meditate on this. The subconscious mind is like a black hole. It's a vacuum. It pulls in everything that crosses its path. The portals or gateways to the subconscious mind exist on the human body, in the human body. Some of them are called ears, some of them are called eyes. And you can receive certain signals and things and messages, etc., through these senses, through these tools for senses, sight, hearing, etc. But no matter what you do, no matter what you put in front of your ears, no matter what you put in front of your eyes, just understand that the subconscious mind is going to receive that and it's going to be embedded within you in perpetuity. It's going to be with you forever. And the people in power know this. The ruling class know this, and they do a damn good job of putting things in there that are not going to lead to quality of thought. It's important that you take control of this and try to embed things with high quality of thought into your subconscious mind, so that when they come back to the surface, when they come back, they pop out on the other side, they're fruitful. The things that are good for you, things that lead to quality of thought. So try to embed good things in your subconscious mind. Now that we know we have to program the subconscious mind, do that consciously, the next question becomes, with what? I believe we need to start with music. Music is very natural. Everybody loves music. They're even treating dementia with music, because music can take you to the past, bring you to memories, the vibe. Everything is just seems to come into focus clearly. It's easily visualized when you put music and have a soundtrack to your life. And so what type of music do we listen to? You know, it's part of our daily ritual. It's part of our daily dealings in programming the subconscious mind. The type of music we listen to is very important. And think about quality of thought. Is your music going to nurture the idea of quality of thought? Or is it ratchet? Is it supremely ghetto? Is it trash? Or is it breathing life into you? Right? It's the difference between listening to, something that's promoting death as to something that's promoting life. Looking at some of the neurological effects that happen when you listen to certain types of music, nourishing the brain with that type of music. The TV shows you watch, the movies you watch. What type of shows do you watch, and how are you inspired by them? What are the images that are being implanted in your subconscious mind from the movies and TV and the media that you watch, from the things you watch on YouTube, etc., etc. If you look at one of those controversial stories about TikTok, I said that Chinese people, or the Chinese Communist Party, whatever, has a different algorithm than the one for the Western nations. The one in the Western nations, the kids are watching videos that go viral, doing pranks and all types of silly stuff. And China's algorithm is showing kids completing puzzles and doing math. These are the things they're promoting because they understand the programming of the subconscious mind is very important for the future of your people and where they're going. So with that same concept in mind, what type of media are you always being influenced by? What type of media do you constantly force yourself to be influenced by? What if we saw images of love all the time instead of images of destruction, war, etc., etc.?
What type of media is Hotep Jesus influenced by?
I like the old stuff. I like the classics. Mostly written work, literature. That's the type of stuff I listen to. I listen to a lot of lectures. One of my favorite lecturers is John Henrik Clarke, Dr. Kaba Kamene. Those are like two of my faves. I like listening to scholarly work, scholarly teachers. I go to bed to chess videos. But I also need some gangster in my life. You know, I'm not perfect, but I need some, you know, I need some cartel gang member, you know, type programming. This is, you know, that's the stuff I happen to like. You know, I like violent movies. I like heists. I like heist movies, like The Italian Job and Ocean's 11 and, you know, those types of things. I like military movies. Like, I thought the new Top Gun was amazing. But I also try to be conscious of what I'm seeing, and so, you know, what's clear is we're gonna come across some content that is not going to nurture quality or high quality of thought. So what we have to do is we have to wrap this stuff with labels. So what you can do is when an image appears before your subconscious mind, what we can do is we can frame it. So when it gets embedded and it gets stored within your mental hard drive, it's filed in a folder, you know, marked bad, marked good, marked to question, marked, you know, you can label these things. So sometimes when things come into our subconscious mind, we don't frame it, we don't put a label on it. I think we have to say, okay, if I'm watching a movie and they're murdering people, let's say for instance, as we're watching this, we got to label that bad. This is bad. This is no bueno, right? And even some labels that your personal opinion might weigh in on and how you manage this stuff logically. So even though everything's going to be received by your subconscious mind and some things you may enjoy, some pieces of content you may enjoy, it's very important to frame that stuff and label that stuff. So when it gets into your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind knows, okay, this is this and this is that. So it knows clear difference. It's not just sitting there to be sprouted later on in the wrong manner or intent. What is your receptivity? Are you receiving the signals, or are you only transmitting them? You have to tune your inner radio to receive messages, not only send them. Sometimes we get caught up with our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is constantly sending signals out to the universe, to God, to friends, family, etc., etc. But sometimes you have to reset yourself and come back to zero and just say, I'm not intending to send any messages, I'm intending to receive them. I call it no mind. I've spoken about this in the past. I want to open up the mind, enter a state of receptivity, to receive the signals, to be imbued by God. Messages, prescient visualizations, to be omniscient. All these things are made possible by entering a receptive state, by dismissing the world and all of its physicalness, dismissing the world and all of its 3D-ness, dismissing the matrix, forgetting you are of this physical dimension. Dismissing all of that, obviously easier said than done, but moving away from all of these things, dismissing them from their mind. And the easiest way to do that is to actually distract yourself. You have to distract yourself with the senses. It's much easier to enter a state of receptivity when you're out here and you have the breeze blowing against your skin. That's easy to meditate on. When you have the waves you can look at, the seagulls passing over your head, the sun and the way the sun shimmers off the surface of the water, the clouds, the people, all these things, if you allow them to, will open you up to receptivity. They make you receptive. In order to turn off your brain, you got to turn on your 5 senses. Or when I say brain, I mean that conscious mind sending signals and trying to enter a state of receiving the signals. For example, you can't eat and think at the same time. You're either tasting your food or you're thinking. You can't do both at the same time. You can do intervals. You can think and then taste, think and then taste. But while you're tasting your food, the only thing you're thinking about is, this food tastes good. You only think about the food. So sometimes I like to hijack my subconscious when I don't have an environment like this. or hijack the conscious mind with a teaspoon of honey, a tablespoon of honey. That taste completely absorbs your conscious mind and focuses it in because that taste is just so full. So that's another way to hijack the conscious mind and put yourself in a place of receptivity. But the lesson here is remembering that in order to enter receptivity, sometimes you have to distract yourself, but distract yourself with those natural things that exist all around us. Enter a state of receptivity.
Grifting on a Sunday? Damn right I am. Let's get this show started, baby.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Two, one, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
What up, people? We back. Disclaimer, this contains adult humor and was created strictly for comedic and artistic purposes. No offense is intended toward any products or individuals featured in this video. Gotta get that out the way. In case you ain't know, I got a vaccine injury. I'm autistic. I'm on the motherfucking spectrum. I'm neurodivergent and all of that shit, so do not judge me based upon my actions during this stream. We grifting on a Sunday. What up, nerd? Nerd provides the Black Twitter Grift Report. The Black Twitter Report for Hotep's Been Told You. Appreciate Nerd. Shout out nerdnash.com. We lost some lives yesterday, and the grifters have moved into overdrive. We're not surprised, but let's see what's in the bag. Oh man, we got protesters protesting in New York. Thanks to somebody in the chat that made me aware of that. What the hell is this? Tari. Let's just play Tari. Tari tagged me in this video. He wanted me to play this for the Grift Report. Let's see if this is grift worthy. Let's take a look. Can y'all see this? Okay, good.
I thought was really interesting is watching Charlie Kirk get more and more based. He just tweeted out the other day that it's good to be proud to be white. He literally just tweeted that out. He literally put that out. Him and Matt Walsh, like at the same time. Because it's getting down to the wire that, you know, bullshitting, grifting, all these things, it's changing minds because we're seeing that Western civilization is under attack at a level that we have never seen before. And there's no more time to play into the left strategies of trying to look like you're not racist or, you know, fight, oh, I'm not a Nazi and all this stuff. Like, if you're not, then just fuck it, you're not.
Yeah.
You don't need to defend yourself anymore. The time of defense, we have to be on offense. I feel like that's where we have to be. I thought was really interesting is watching Charlie Kirk get...
He's right. Towards the end there, you know, he brought me back around. Yeah, white folks definitely need to be on the offense. You know, I said that yesterday with the Jacksonville shooting. It seemed like DeSantis' response to it seemed very defensive to me. I didn't understand. Like, why are you being defensive? You have nothing to be defensive about. You didn't shoot those people. You didn't authorize that. You didn't have anything to do that. Why did you seem so guilty? Why did you have to condemn and disavow and all of that? I didn't get that. Thank you, Tari. We're going to get to the grift in a second. Meanwhile, new Trump mugshot just went up in Atlanta. What y'all think of that? Chat? Double grifting? Yeah, I hit the Twitter spaces earlier with Sonny. Now I'm back here. Dedicated to the grift. You know what I'm saying? 7 days a week, you know what I mean? I told y'all I might be here today. Well, here I am. Dedicated to the grift. The AR he used are half off on the website? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I was looking at the website yesterday, Palmetto Armory. I think I bought my AR lower from there. I think I bought my lower from Palmetto State Armory. Good quality equipment. So apparently this is in, is this Zone 6? I don't know if this is Zone 6 or not, but this is somewhere allegedly in Atlanta. Little Trump mural. So the Trump mugshot grift is still paying dividends. Roseanne's out here screaming about something. I don't know what she's saying, but I wanted to take a look at it with y'all. Can we watch this together? Let's see what Roseanne's got to say.
That will be our weapon, and the joy we feel in serving our God is our weapon that Satan can do nothing about. He cannot touch our joy. The Torah says those who run in joy to serve God are the weapon against evil. We run in joy to serve the love and the intelligence of God. And for those of you who are Christians, please sign up for my podcast where I am beginning to talk about the Jewish Jesus. That's what...
Whoa. That woke me up. Wait, what? I wasn't ready for that shit. The what?
To talk about the Jewish Jesus. To talk about the Jewish Jesus. The Jewish Jesus. The Jewish Jesus. That's what. The Jewish Jesus. That's what.
Now this grift is different. This I think I like this grift. Oh man.
That's what God has wanted me to do my whole life, but as I told 107, I'm so afraid to do it because everybody's going to be so mad at me. But I thank you for not being mad at me because there's so much about Jesus that people don't know, and I've studied it my whole life, and I feel like it's time for the heavens to open and people to receive. People to receive the truth about Jesus. They've hidden it from us for 2,000 years. They've hidden it from us for 2,000 years. But as Jesus said, it's a mustard seed. It's like a mustard seed. And we will access it, and no weapon formed against us shall have dominion. It shall not profit.
Go off, Roseanne. There go Goldstein.
On earth as it is in heaven. That's our task, to lift this place from the hell they've created for our children. The hell that the children of this earth have been forced to live in underneath our feet. We're going to stop it. We have the ability, we have the way, and that is our group prayer, where we access the intelligence and the mighty might of our Creator together.
Shout out Roseanne. What event was this? Mike Flynn's Christo-fascist QAnon event? So this guy says it's scary. I don't know if it... who is this guy? I mean...
That will be...
It's got to be a show, right? He's got the Ukraine flag in his name. That's a huge red flag. You got the Ukraine flag in your name. That's a huge red flag. I don't know if I could trust you. Unless you a troll, then it's like, all right, we get it. What else we got in here? Let's keep going. I don't even want to get caught up in that. U.S. is literally funding Russia to destroy the shit they send to Ukraine. Is this true? Let's take a look at this. It says U.S. doubles uranium imports from Russia. Let's see. Okay, so there was a bill banning imports from Russia in the House, and it passed. Maybe it needs Senate approval now. But that means it probably was happening. If there's a bill that was passed, it means it was probably happening. Is U.S. still importing uranium from Russia? Question. In terms of weight, U.S. imports uranium products from Russia nearly doubled from 6.3 tons in 2020 to 12.5 tons in 2022. Oh man. Is this new? August 10, VOA News. Let's see here. Putin profits off of U.S.-European relationship on Russian nuclear fuel. Vast amounts of nuclear fuel compounds from Russia, providing Moscow with hundreds of millions of dollars in badly needed revenue as it rages war on Ukraine. What? The sales are illegal and unsanctioned, have raised alarms from non-proliferation experts. Elected officials say imports are helping to bankroll the development of Moscow's nuclear arsenal, and are complicating efforts to curtail Russia's war-making abilities. We have to give money to the people who make weapons? That's absurd, said Henry Sokolsky, executive director of Washington-based Non-Proliferation Policy Education Center. If there isn't a clear rule that prevents nuclear power providers from importing fuel from Russia, and it's cheaper to get it from there, why wouldn't they do it? Wow. Big if true. American nuclear plants have purchased 5% of the uranium from domestic suppliers. The largest source of uranium for such plants was Kazakhstan, 35%. That's kind of wild. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me if this is still a thing happening. It doesn't surprise me that we're buying uranium from Russia and then using it against Russia. I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why you... Well, I do know why you do that, but let's keep it moving. That's way above my pay grade. Okay, so my Jewish boos over here are tripping out, right? I see my Jubus over here, Ashley St. Clair and Laura Loomer. So Ashley St. Clair says, super cool to get paid to do something I've been doing for free for a decade. I love this platform, and I'm so happy it's finally giving creators a way to monetize. There will be growing pains for a lot of creators, but I believe X will ultimately be the top platform for creators. And you can see here, $6,174 was paid out to Ashley St. Clair. Congratulations. And then here we have Laura Loomer. She says, let's pull this up. She says, well, it's great that Elon Musk likes your politics as an employee of Babylon B, which we all know has received money from Ron DeSantis, who Elon has previously said he's supporting for president. Maybe when you're on a space with him, you could ask why my account has been placed on Twitter's lawful but awful advertiser ban when all I do is investigative reporting. You don't really seem to want to publicly challenge that censorship because I suspect you have a private working relationship with the company. It's very obvious that Twitter is discriminating against pro-Trump content creators. I upload all of my content to Twitter. I get millions of views. I constantly interact with other accounts. I have 500,000 followers, and yet I receive a payout of $192, even though I trended on Twitter 5 times last month and had enormous interaction. It's absurd that accounts with 11,000 followers received higher payout than I did, and I know Emerald Robinson and Jackson Hinkle or other large pro-Trump accounts feel exactly as I do, and I've noticed the same exact thing. It's also very obvious that there is a select group of influencers who have been followed by Elon, photographed with Elon, and oddly enough, they all post their creator payouts at the same time on the same day with the same talking points, with the same key buzzwords in an effort to encourage more people to sign up for Twitter Blue. When is Twitter going to actually be honest about the financial marketing relationships that they are hiding behind the scenes with certain content creators, who they are clearly using as a way to deceive the public with claims that all content creators now make a living on Twitter? That is a lie. Do they think we are stupid? Can't they see this for what it is? It's insulting to our intelligence. I work extremely hard to create original investigative content, and yet I am being discriminated against and placed on, who is this? Linda Yaccarino's lawful but awful list. It's especially demeaning to me since Twitter's lawyers actually admitted to me that they intentionally created policies to harm me and my livelihood for 5 years. And now that I'm back on Twitter, they're trying to do it again. I'm not going to be told by anyone that my content is only worth $192.22 a month when I get between 100 and 300 million impressions every month. This is a way for Linda to carry out a regime of censorship like Twitter 1.0 by playing good cop, bad cop with Twitter advertisers. The reality is she is the person who was clearly controlling the lawful but awful advertiser blacklist that is very clearly demonetizing the most effective and the most popular pro-Trump voices on Twitter in an election year. Even in their 2.0 version, Twitter is still trying to sabotage the livelihoods of people like me, who they deliberately spent over 5 years maliciously targeting with the character assassination campaign that wrecked my life and my ability to make a living. Are there people more selfish on this planet than these tech employees and their cheerleaders? It's sickening to me how they go out of their way to harm people's careers on purpose with algorithms and blacklists. I'm tired of big tech gaslighting people into thinking they aren't working hard enough. Everybody knows what I'm saying is true. They are too scared to say it. And here she has a screenshot of her $192.22. And then Ashley responds. She says, Laura, honestly, what is your problem? I've publicly said on Tim Pool's show I'm not a fan of DeSantis for president and have a preference for Trump, but genuinely really don't care for politics like I used to. I even DM trying to help you see what your numbers are related to monetization look like. I even DM trying to help you to see what your numbers related to monetization look like. Okay. So Ashley knows something we don't know. Understand you've been through a lot and we're targeted by Twitter 1.0, but leave me alone. I've been nothing but kind to you. Not everything is conspiracy. P.S. Even with your $192 payout, your Twitter Blue investment has more than paid for itself. Damn, Ashley, you have to hit her with that. Somebody says this is Laura Loomer versus Ashley St. Clair. They got the Jewish girls out here arguing, man. Grifting season is getting real grifty. Which reminds me, the Grifty season's almost here. Let's go to grifties.com. Let's see what those standings look like. Let's see what those standings look like. Make sure you can see this on your screen. Okay. Styx Hexenhammer is in the lead. Wow. Wow. Dylan Mulvaney, 3rd place. Joe Biden, 4th. Dr. Fauci, 5th. Greta Thunberg, AOC, Volodymyr Zelensky, the Obamas, Chile de Castro round out the top 10. Y'all gotta go vote for me, man. Where's Hotep Jesus? I'm still sitting in somewhere in the 40th range. Go to grifties.com. Put the link in the description box right now. Go to grifties.com. Grifties. And please vote for me. Vote for your favorite grifter. Nominate your favorite grifter. Yeah, Styx got the top 2 spots. Ain't that some shit? What up, Don Day? Don't forget, we got the exclusive content on hotepjesus.locals.com. All of my insider info goes to my locals community. If you want to communicate with me and ask me a question, that is the best way to communicate with me, is to go to my locals. It's a private community. If you want to talk to me, that is the best way. Some people say, hey, I reached out to you this way, that way. If you're in my locals, you'd have already had a response by now. Opinionated Junkie said, thoughts on Bear Creek? What happened at Bear Creek? I'm not familiar. Seems like some sort of resort. Is there news around this or something? What happened at Bear Creek? Oh, are we talking about is this where the protesters are? All right, let's go back in the bag. What else happened? So now some people are saying this is a fake account. Some people are saying this account here, Tiffany Gomez, you see her here. I don't believe we follow each other. No, we do not follow each other. Is being accused. It says they're trying to get clever with their fake photos. This one is probably a real photo that they photoshopped her face on, probably using an AI generator for that part. They made sure to use hands to throw people off the AI sent. It didn't work. Is this account AI? Let's see if we can pick up. Chat, help me out. Let's see. All right. So we have this photo. This photo was posted on the 26th. That was yesterday. Oh, this one looks a little suspect. This does look a little AI-ish. Let's see. Is that shadow where it's supposed to be? Is that stove where it's supposed to be? Looks like the refrigerator's there on her right. Now, this is supposed to be the lady from the airplane. And they're saying this account is AI generated. I don't know. I think we might have to leave Tiffany alone. This is weird, though. This one definitely, I can understand why somebody said this was AI. This photo right here definitely looks a little suspect. What do y'all think? Chat, what do y'all think? She AI? Master Focus is shooting distraction or a grift? The feet of AI? So she had her feet redone by AI? She's too big for the foreground. Perspective is off. Is that what it is? You might be right. Goldstein said he wants Rookie of the Year at the Grifties. Shit, you might be up there. Roseanne definitely needs to be up there. I think Vivek is on the Grifties. I think he did get nominated. He said they got this rigged. I'm not going to win. Hotep Goldstein said, who is the Jew coon in this scenario? He said, Goldstein, fighting over money? Stereotypes are funny because they're true. Come on, Goldstein. Oh, man. Strawberry Phil said, we grifting on the Lord's Day? You better believe it. You better believe it. Speaking of getting paid. Speaking of getting paid to tweet. You already know what we got. The Real Everything app, SuperDAPP, coming soon. Join our community to get the AirDrop details. The link is in the description box below. It'll say get access. It'll say access SuperDAPP AirDrop group. It's a Telegram group. You go in there. And what you'll do is you will read the pinned comment, the pinned post in that chat group, and it'll give you all the instructions and details on the AirDrop. So if you want to get paid, to social media, there's your invite right there. See you on the other side. Shout out to Syscoin. SuperDAPP coming soon. Don't forget I told you. Remember where you heard it first. Really, really dope app. Make sure you follow SuperDAPP AI. All right, let's go back. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, it definitely seems off. I also posted a link. I posted a link in the chat for you to join the Telegram. Absolutely. Pearly should be ranked higher? Yeah, I definitely think so. Jabari said, working on a Sunday, when we getting Hotep Jewish Jesus t-shirts.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Bruh. I'm on the Grussel. When you on the Grussel, that means it's the grift combined with the hustle. I'm on the Grussel. When the grift meets the hustle, it's called Grussel. I'm on the Grussel. Let's come back. I like that word, Grussel. What else we got in here? Let me go to the bottom. Pause. I think we talked about that. If not, I'll save that for another day. We're going to open up phone lines in a minute. Text Hotep in your name, 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. Text Hotep in your name to get in on the phone calls. Let me remove this. Let me remove that. Okay, so that we covered that. All right, let's get into these protests. Let's see what's going on in New York. Well, now, what I'm trying to figure out is if this white lady on your screen right now has a Make America Great cap on. And not that it's a bad thing. I'm just wondering how much of this is right-wing created, or is this an organic New York thing? That's my only question. Is this an organic New York thing, or is this a combination of right-wingers and organic, or is it all right-wingers? Like, hey, we're demonstrating out here. Some organization put it together. But it's a good cause, though. It's a good cause. Migrant shelters have been popping up all over New York City, including free housing. And New Yorkers who have been squeezed by Bidenflation have a right to be upset. Have every right to be upset. and my heart goes out to him. And so does my pockets, because my pockets is hurting too. These motherfuckers. Anyway, we talked about that. All right, let's get into the grift. So the aftermath of everything that has happened following the shooting yesterday. So obviously race is a huge part of this. And this account here, Kenny Akers, bio reads, Keeping Untaught Black History Alive, founder of the Academy for Anti-Racism and Social Change. Support my work via super follower Venmo. Okay, so this is one of the pro-blacks. He says here, on August 27th, 1960, a significant event unfolded in Jacksonville, Florida. Rodney Hurst, the 16-year-old president of the NAACP Youth Council, along with numerous fellow activists, organized a peaceful sit-in protest at a segregated Woolworths lunch counter marked for whites only. Hold on a second. Just want to see something really fast. Just want to make sure everything's on the up and up. So I just wanted to see how much of that was copy pasta. TBH. Prior to this, Youth Council had successfully conducted peaceful sit-ins at various prominent lunch counters. The members had successfully organized peaceful sit-ins at Morristown's cafeteria. Oh, this is a copy pasta job. A little bit. A little bit of a copy pasta job. Not a whole lot. I was trying to find the source of his content. It doesn't seem like he tagged the source. Although I wish he would have. Anyway, let's continue. However, on this particular Sunday, the peaceful demonstration took a violent turn. A mob of over 200 white individuals armed with baseball bats and axe handles attacked the young black demonstrators. The violence erupted when onlookers, angered by the protest, began spitting on the sit-in participants and hurling racial slurs at them. Despite the provocations, the black demonstrators remained steadfast and continued their peaceful sit-in. In response, the white mob escalated the violence, brutally beating the demonstrators with wooden axe handles and baseball bats. The attack spilled onto the streets of downtown Jacksonville, where innocent black individuals became targets of the indiscriminate violence. Reports indicate that the Ku Klux Klan orchestrated the attack, which resulted in over 50 people sustaining injuries. Yeah. This event, known as Axe Handle Saturday. Axe Handle Saturday. Who comes up with these names? Yo, the marketing of black trauma is just quite amusing and funny to me. Like, who came up with the name Axe Handle Saturday? Remember when they whooped our asses with axe handles? The event, known as Axe Handle Saturday, stands as a chilling reminder of the pervasive racism and violence faced by African Americans during the Civil Rights Movement, as if we needed more of that. The bravery and resilience displayed by the young black activists who peacefully protested against segregation and white supremacy is a testament to their unwavering commitment to justice and equality in the face of brutal opposition. Never forget. Then he has some struggle images there. And all I'm doing is I'm just showing you the aftermath of the grift. So this is your representation of, we was slaves, we was blacks, we was less than, we was Jim Crow, that whole thing. We was boys. Then you have the AR-15 debate. Let's pull that up. I'm not going to read the whole Krasentine thing because I just can't do it.
Jim, we've spent the whole week here in special session, and I've heard my Republican colleagues tell us that there's no issue of gun violence and just making excuses. And to be honest, Jim, I'm frustrated. I'm emotional right now because Americans should be tired of this. This is madness, and we don't have to live this way. And to see 3 precious black lives taken in a state where you have an asinine governor attacking black people, attacking black history, and then you have people making excuses saying it's not a gun issue when he had an AR-15. I mean, other nations have hate, but we're the only nation that keeps having mass shootings because of policy decisions. And we don't have to live this way. We don't have to live this way anymore. And whether it's a school in Nashville, a private school, or whether it's a Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida, this terrorism that we're living under is a policy choice being made to appease extremists, gun extremists in the gun lobby. And we need to call it out for what it is. And we need to change this nation so that we can live free of this anxiety and terror and trauma.
And I spoke to
It's a good job. It's a good job for a grifter. I hate how he's basically calling for gun control, especially when gun control has a racist history. Some of the earliest pieces of gun control legislation were to prevent black people from owning guns. Here he is pushing for gun control. You know, you can acknowledge the event without, calling the guns into question. And the fact of the matter is, both the right and the left are at fault. But the left is definitely at fault here. They've divided this nation and pushed this racial divide even further. They always have, they always are, and they always will be. So when they see these acts of violence, it's like, yo, it's not like you guys didn't help this along. It's not like you guys didn't encourage this. You created this pressure. So if this act was organic, violent, which it was, but if it was organic, who radicalized them? I'd have to say the left. But the right is not innocent. Then you got these accounts, right? So I just want to show you this account. So it says, I'm not giving up my AR-15. I needed to protect myself from this. Ever since the 92 LA riots, y'all been killing us every day, right? So this is obviously like one of those racist dog whistles. So it's right back to the usual play where the right burner accounts of the right push the divide, right? Now, these accounts might not be controlled by the right. They just are representative of the right. So it could be a leftist op. Let me go look at the account. Let's look at it. See, 140 followers, just created in July 2023. Random profile pic. Just a real sketchy account. Real sketchy account. And then he doubles down on the video. Said what? Somebody said they're airsoft guns. I don't know. Are these airsoft guns? I don't know if we can say that. Cannon would know better than me. They might be. They might not be. I don't know. But I'm just looking in the comments underneath this tweet. Somebody says body count. Yeah, see? They spotted it. A lot of people are able to spot these body counts. So you got to be careful out here. A lot of these body counts will push agendas. And that's going to pop up following an event like we had happen yesterday. The body counts get involved, try and sow division. Let's see Vivek, Robert Shlami's response. Let's see how sloppy this was.
With the intent killing black people. I think that is heinous and deserves to be called out for what it is. The reality is we've created such a racialized culture in this country in the last several years that right as the
Why he acting like he didn't contribute to that shit?
last few burning embers of racism were burning out, we have a culture in this country.
The last few embers of racism were burning out. All right, time out. First of all, now I gotta go. Now I gotta go in my bag. Hold on. I tweeted this out earlier. Where is it? Right here. Racism is a constant, not a variable. And this is a hard pill to swallow for people. And I had a little bit of pushback. You know. So Chris here, he says, nah, it's a variable. You think racism is the same now as it was 50 years ago, 30 years ago? And I asked, well, is it still racism? And he says, sure, but just because there is and always will be racism doesn't make it a constant. Do I have to explain why that's stupid? Do I have to? Y'all see the? I'll read it again just in case maybe you were, grabbing a cup of coffee and you missed it. But he says, sure, and there will always be racism, but that doesn't make it a constant. If there's always racism, isn't that a constant? And specifically, not a variable. It will always be there, but its effect will always be variable. Its effect will be variable. No, the effect is the same. The effect is always the same. How they deliver it might change, but it's the same. And he said it will be dropping until someday it will be negligible, maybe 100 years from now. And my response was, as long as humans have eyes, there will always be racism. As long as humans have eyes, there will be racism. Yeah, you got the big brain. Because much of racism has to do with how we perceive ourselves. Just rewatched your WJ Dad, thank you. $20 super chat over on YouTube. Appreciate you, bro. Just rewatched your Scott Adams interview after seeing yesterday's show. Love what you're doing. We'll tune in more often. Thanks, bro. As long as humans have eyes, there will always be racism. It's like, for example, this experiment, right? If I were to take 100 people, put them in a room, get 50 of them blue shirts and 50 of them red shirts, at some point, there's going to be a gang war in that room. At some point, it's going to be a gang war. If there are not enough holy heroes in that room, there will be a gang war. Humans perceive themselves to become a part of a tribe. They need social interaction. They need teams. They need teamwork. We are a social creature. Just is what it is. Now, like I said, holy heroes are able to transcend skin color and see outside of that. See people for who they are and take people for who you are and operate at a high level. You see, in order for racism to be eradicated, what you would need is you would need to increase everyone's social IQ to the point where they have control over their ego. Not destroy their ego, not just place certain limits upon the ego. That's all. Because you need the ego. It has its good size. But some of us have a higher social IQ. Some of us have love in our heart. And therefore we don't operate off of such a animalistic program of this person looks different from me, therefore I must move accordingly. This is what it is. It is what it is. So as long as humans have eyes, there will always be racism. Okay? So racism is a constant. So this whole idea of we were stamping out racism. And when I say, the thing is about racism, Stuart says you can't control the ego. Oh, shit. You can't control the ego. Well, I don't know. Like, I get what you're trying to say. The ego is going to always do its thing, right? The ego is always going to do its thing, but I guess you have to control how you react to the ego. Let's put it like that. Let's control ourselves and not let the ego be in control. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Control yourself so that the ego is not in control. Because the ego is going to do its thing, right? I think you can train the ego, though. I think you can train the ego. Isn't that a form of control, though? Anyway, let's go back to Vivek.
Country largely created by media and establishment and universities and
Yeah, so when they talk about, hey, the embers of racism, the term racism, it always seems to be a white people attacking black thing. And it's much bigger than that. There's various forms of racism. I don't have to run down the colors on the planet. You know what the colors on the planet are. And everybody's fucking racist. Some people are honest about it. Some people aren't. And in fact, somebody in the thread, under my thread, he says, I only trust racists. And I said, I concur. I only trust racists. Why? Because at least they're being honest. The worst type of racists are dishonest ones. Then we have this guy, he disagrees with me. He says, nah. And he says, do I have to believe that to be in your church? So you get the troll guys who think I run some sort of cult or something like that. I don't know exactly what these people think. Somebody says racism is an industry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anyway, let's go back. See what garbage Vivek talk about.
Embers of racism were burning out. We have a culture in this country largely created by media and establishment and universities and politicians that throw kerosene on that racism. And I can think of no better way to fuel racism in this country than to take something away from other people on the basis of their skin color. I've been saying that for years. And I think that is driving, sadly, a new wave of anti-black and anti-Hispanic racism in this country. I think the right way forward is if we want to stop hate color store with the intent
No, he didn't just say that.
killing black people.
He didn't just say that.
I think that is their skin color. I've been saying that for years. And I think that is driving, sadly, a new wave of anti-black and anti-Hispanic racism in this country. I think the right way forward is if it's by media and establishment and universities and politicians that throw kerosene on that racism. Kerosene on that racism. That throw 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 kerosene on that racism.
That's Vivek. Vivek built his campaign off of throwing kerosene on racism. He built his campaign on this shit. Oh, this slithering fuck. Non-white people can't be racist. Everyone can be bigoted, prejudiced, stereotypical, etc., but not racist. Racism is the system of white supremacy. Oh, here we go, mo facts. Here we go with this shit. Mo, you have to call in and explain that one. We going to the phone calls. Is that the last thing in the grift bag? It's time to go to the phone calls. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Let's talk about racism. I'll be right back after these brief commercial messages.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Goldstein, what up, man?
What up?
What up? Happy Sunday, man. I'm back on the Grift.
Happy Sunday to you.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
Sunday to everyone in the chat. Did you peep the shooter's Twitter account?
He's got a Twitter account?
Yeah. Hey,
What?
I sent the link to you in your DM. I don't know if it's real, but it's from 2017, and it's his picture and shit. His name. It ain't no new shit, but I thought it was interesting who the fuck he was following.
Let's see who he's following. Oh, wow. This is funny. This is a treat. So he's following the sheriff's office, news in
Bunch of
Jacksonville, the
media
city of
outlets.
Jacksonville. You said what?
A bunch of media outlets.
Yep.
That was weird.
And he looks like he got a bunch of burner accounts following him. So this is probably this might be a bot account.
You think so?
Yeah, it's probably a bot account.
Hey, how do they get them shits backdated like that?
Well, they're old and they rotate
okay.
them. You know what I mean? So like this could be like you could just rinse the account. Like it could be an old account. Matter of fact, you could buy old accounts.
No shit.
Yeah, so you'll buy an account that's like dated. They call it is it seasoned? I forget what they call it, but you could buy like seasoned accounts. And yeah, so they might rinse them. They'll like, get rid of all their followers and start a new account, or keep the followers and just change the name and the profile pic, no agenda, wipe the tweet, start all over again. Yeah, a lot of that weird shit happens.
I see. Yeah, okay. Well, fuck that then. Anyway, Laura Loomer, bro. What the fuck is wrong with that, bro?
Why you said they was fighting over money like that?
Man, my shackles looking ass motherfuckers. I don't know.
But
go ahead.
But Laura got a point though. It seemed to be some favoritism. You know what I mean? All I got was $200. I want to know why my paycheck was a little bit light. Are we shadow banned up there at Twitter?
She knows she is. That's her grift. She knows she's a fan. She knows she leans into that I'm the most hated ass shit, just like Nick Fuentes does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the shit that gets her paid on other fucking apps. And that's the shit that's gonna keep eyes on her account here. It's just funny that she decided to choose money to do it with.
You are a menace.
He was going on for days on that shit. Like, God damn, woman, just chill.
She was upset.
chill.
She want her money. Baby girl need her money.
She need her money, all right. See that? Oh, I ain't gonna lie though. I was intimidated earlier by going on Sunny Space.
You said what?
I was intimidated earlier by going on Sunny Space. I ain't never been on no space with Sunny, and for the longest time, I thought she didn't like my ass anyway.
Oh, word?
Yeah, because I say some shit that's kind of counter to some of the shit she says sometimes, and then she's pretty fucking ornery. Got that fire. I love it. I just never want that shit directed at me.
Big facts. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah,
Ain't
so
that
I
the truth?
jumped on there. I was gonna ask her, yo, if there's anything, is there anything that I can say on this space that would affect your account? Because I was finna go in, bro. I was finna go all the way in, but I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't affect her account or what she got going on in the lease. Otherwise, I was just gonna stay quiet.
What was you gonna say?
Oh man, I was going in with fire, bro. I don't even want to say now because she set the tone and she reminded me of what was important. You know what I mean? But it was in the prior space where she had titled it that shit and they wouldn't let her talk.
Yeah.
That's what I thought she was going to be on when she started this one. So I was locked and loaded. But
Yeah.
I was like, let me ask first so I don't fuck up her account or nothing because I was finna snap, bro.
Yeah, called it to get shadow banned or some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I seen she set the tone in a whole different direction. So I was like, well, she's absolutely motherfucking right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah.
She's not wrong at all.
Nah. And then look, now we got Vivek. Vivek, this nigga, boy, Vivek.
Do you see that shit?
Enough can't be said about his grifting ass. This dude he's so goddamn plastic that I am surprised he's getting this much traction.
Word.
Right? He's Mitt Romney level plastic. The only difference is he's not a neocon in his speech.
Correct.
And, you know, when he talks.
Correct.
But he's just his level of fake. So I don't understand how motherfuckers is just not like patting him on his head and being like, okay, that sounds great, but what is he talking about over here?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? Because he's saying a lot of, I'm not going to take it away from him. Some of the shit he say is spot on. But that's how motherfucking insurgents get into the mix.
Yep.
Because they'll tell you a whole lot of shit you want to hear, true as hell, rallying the troops, all that good shit.
Yep.
But then those one nuggets that you could always pick out where it's like, well, you don't mean a goddamn thing you say. Now do you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean,
dude,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's just weird that, well, no, I shouldn't say it's weird because we all expect it, right? But it's just hilarious that, because you've seen him stoke the racist fires.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, the embers were getting ready to go out and people are stoking these, pouring gasoline on racism. And I'm like, bro, you was a part of that. You was throwing gasoline on the fire.
Yeah. All you got to do is pull up that motherfucking Breakfast Club a segment that he did, and therein lies the whole fucking fact that this nigga is full of shit. Like, you made an entire goddamn name for yourself on this shit, trying to kick in the door of black folks. Nobody else, mind you, just niggas. It wasn't like he was knocking on the door of the SAs or the Native Americans or any of that shit.
Right.
Nah, just niggas. And now all of a sudden, you want to fucking denounce and distance and do all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? Get the fuck on, man. This dude, I got a prediction as far as he's concerned, though.
What's that?
And this is why I would have loved to have seen Trump on that debate stage. Because he got a lot of traction on that motherfucking stage. But that's only because Trump wasn't on it. Had Trump been there, he would have took the wind out of all of their sails. We wouldn't have been talking about Vivek the next day. We would have been talking about how either he was up there sucking Trump's dick every second of the debate, or how Trump kicked his ass in the head. That's what we would have been talking about.
Also true.
This is why I wanted Trump up there, man, because he would have done that. He would have been the only fucking thing anyone talked about. But I got a prediction as far as Vivek is concerned. I think that from the next debate, he's going to fall off. I think he's going to fall off and hard. And the reason I say that is because this shit that happened in Florida, call me crazy, and I know he came off looking like an inept idiot yesterday, but I got a feeling that if this shit starts to gain national attention, it's going to be for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to elevate DeSantis over that nigga.
Yes.
And they're gonna make him look as good as you can make anyone look. Possibly even so much so that it's a contest between him and Trump. It just really depends on how much this story gets elevated into the national limelight, because everything he needs to do to position himself favorably will be given to him. It won't be nothing he thinks up. It'll be the people who back him, the motherfuckers who do all that shit. If they see this, and I have a feeling that they will, as an opportunity to push this dude back into second place, possibly even first, they're going to take it.
Yep.
And that may very well be why this shit was done in the first place.
Yep.
Only time's going to tell on that, but I think Vivek is going to take a hard fall. I don't think he has any legs. I don't think he has no longevity in this shit. We got a grip of more debates. He came out basically as the main attraction to get everybody watching this shit going forward. But he's going to fall back soon. It's not his time. He ain't that made motherfucker that we all know usually ends up in the driver's seat in these positions. He just ain't. I don't care how slick you talk. You can't talk yourself into that position. You look at Obama. People think he did it. Nah. You should have seen who was backing him prior to that DNC speech.
Yep.
The fact that he was even able to get in the position where he could give the keynote speech as a virtual unknown should tell you everything you need to know about him. Vivek hasn't been given any consideration like that. So yeah, this is all just off the muscle for him. He does not have the backing to position him in a way to where he's an actual factor in this. What they are utilizing him for is to bring fresh blood into the shit, to get ratings on these goddamn debates, because at the end of the day, it still is about that in a lot of ways. And eventually he's going to fall back into the position where they need him to be or want him to be. But right now, the only people that matter in that primary are DeSantis and Trump. And it'll be that way all the way up until the election for that primary.
Because of the establishment control.
That's right.
Con
That's
Inc.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the only way this has ever gone. I've been watching these debates since way back in the Reagan era. You know what I mean? I've been watching debates since I was like 9. You know what I mean? And if you there's an ebb and flow to these shits. There's a formula, and you see them play out in every last one. Come election season, you see that shit play out. There's always that one motherfucker that stands out, little bit of energy, you know, got things going on, but at the end of the day, you don't have that backing. You don't have it. You know what I mean? And so he doesn't have it. He ain't finna get it. You know what I mean? It's just not in the cards for him. That's why people need to just go ahead and forget about him now, brush him off to the side, and start focusing on what the fuck's going on the periphery with all these candidates. And right now, everybody's attention needs to be on DeSantis, because there's some cheating in the meeting there.
Insane how they're just astroturfing DeSantis. As trash as he is. You know, it's like how the left trots out Biden. It's like how they're forcing DeSantis to take this job, knowing he's not equipped for it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just seems all a bit. I do not think under any circumstances at this point DeSantis wins that nomination. I used to think it about a year ago that he had a shot, like right before he announced, but was getting ready to.
Yeah.
That was around the time where I was like, this nigga might actually do some shit. And then as time went on, I started to see, okay, he has a backing. He has the backing to do it, but it's not his time yet. They need him for something else. That's what I started to see play out. And now I'm starting to think that,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, now I'm starting to think that the role that he's supposed to play is to look as inept as humanly possible in order to make sure Trump gets that nomination. You could almost see it in some of his appearances. This man looks miserable, like he's being forced.
Right.
You know, he just looks like, God damn, I don't want to be doing this. He looks like the type of motherfucker that's like, had I been doing this on my own accord, I could have won this shit. But I got to do it the way they want me to. And it's eating him up.
Mm-hmm.
Because how in the fuck did this dude go from what he was prior to being an opponent for Trump? How did he go from that, the new rising star in the Republican Party, to a motherfucking tragedy overnight, basically? Now that shit is not just because he's inept. He ain't been that. He wasn't none of that prior to when he was running for governor twice. He wasn't none of that. And now all of a sudden, nah, it's too neat. It's too neat. That shit don't usually work out that way. So that's what I think. He's there specifically to get Trump the nod, because they know that a lot of motherfuckers ain't really trying to fucking fuck with Trump in the conservative movement.
Does that mean that DeSantis beats Vivek for VP?
No. DeSantis ain't getting nowhere near VP. But I would put money that this nigga ends up as Secretary of State or Secretary of Defense.
Okay. Who do you think will be VP? Who do you think is gonna get the VP spot?
I'm a wild card that shit and put Carrie Lake in that bitch.
Damn.
Motherfuckers forgot about her, but that's Trump's homegirl.
Yeah.
And she been caping for him harder than anybody else.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
She out here working.
And yeah, I'm gonna put her in that motherfucking spot. She been quiet, she been out of the way, and that's usually indicative of the fact that there's something big in store for her, because they don't want you out there stepping on your own dick and saying something crazy. But that bitch is too big of a personality to have just disappeared the way she did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's by design.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with these elections out here still kind of up in the air. You know what I mean? Most of it's been decided, but there's still a lot of shit out here that people are running through courts and getting on petitions and bullshit like that. So this is one of the things. I'm gonna wild card this shit and say Carrie Lake ends up being his nom. I'm gonna say Laura Loomer ends up being his secretary, and press secretary. That's gonna be his Saki right there.
Laura Loomer cannot be press secretary.
Listen, Trump is on some burn it all down shit now. He ain't got to worry about a re-election after this.
Listen,
he don't get another 4. He on some burn it all down shit now. He gonna put as many flame throwing motherfuckers as he can in any position he can put them in.
That's exactly what Laura Loomer gonna do. She gonna get up there, somebody gonna ask her the wrong question, and she gonna pull out that flamethrower.
Right. He's a press secretary. Like I said, Ron DeSantis probably going to be Secretary of Defense because he has military background. You know what I mean? Secretary of State's got to be somewhat of a diplomat. I think Vivek is going to be Chief of Staff. I think he's going to serve that Rahm Emanuel role. You got to be a bit of a dog to be in that position, and he's got some dog in him, if nothing else.
He got a lot of dog in him. That's for certain. That's for certain.
So,
all right.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you get back to it. Y'all heard it all here first, goddammit. And Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Hotep Goldstein. Welcome to the Grift Report. We got Kay and Rudy. Kay and Rudy, you are on deck. Call in. Kay and Rudy, and then after we speak to them, we're gonna talk to Angel. I don't believe I've spoken to Angel previously. Hold on, let me see what's going on in the world. Seek and Destroy. What is this? Okay, it's just a Metallica concert. All right, we're good. We're good. AR-15 trending, of course. Orange Cassidy. What the fuck is Orange Cassidy? Where is that? Oh, here we go.
from.
Yo.
What's going on, dude?
What up, Rudy?
What's going on, brother? Hey, man. Great show already, man. Goldstein, man, that psychopathic thinker, man. I like that dude, man. I like that dude. What's going on? Hey, Kay, I'm gonna beat you to it, man, and hit the grift, man. Don't forget to get your bottle of Master Focus, man. Tighten up your brain. I beat you to it, Kay. But look, hey, yo, Loomer, dude. Loomer, Rice and Gray, Anomaly. Yeah, them, all of them have lost their fucking minds because of this fucking internet, dude. All of them. Like, same people from 16 to 20 would say common sense shit. Now they just, dude, they get up there and cry just as much as some fucking trifling ass left, just like shit. God damn the conservative movement, man. God damn them, dude. You know what I'm saying? God damn them, bro. They're the worst, man. Like, you remember when Candace gave her little, I'm a victor, not a victim speech? Remember when she gave that speech?
Yeah.
You know, and everyone was like, yeah, man, we need victor mentality, not victim mentality. Like, the whole goddamn right's turned into victims, dude. we get censored. It's reverse racism. They just, Bryson, anybody who reads, damn these people, what happened to them, dude? The internet done fried their fucking brains, man. Anomaly, same way. That dude, man, he's a fucking coward, man. Man, we're in trouble, dude. We're in trouble, man, because the ones at the top with the microphone, man, they ain't no good, man. They ain't no good, man. They ain't no good, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. And as like the shooting yesterday, right? So instantly, it's a race thing, right? We don't know what the fuck happened down there, dude. We don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. What are you gonna believe the media? The media who's been lying to you for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I love when they sit there and these conservatives be like, well, the mainstream media, they're all, it's Operation Mockingbird. It never stopped, dude. The Church Commission exposed it, dude. Why would anybody think it stopped? You know, you got John Brennan, you got James Clapper, you got Peter Strzok. These guys come out of the government and go right into the media. Is anybody like, and then they're like, oh, it's Mockingbird. It never stopped, man. It's never stopped, and it's in your face like every fucking thing else is doing to us, man. They don't care anymore. They don't have to have a facade of unity. They don't have the facade of honesty. They do it in your face, dude. It's Mockingbird 2.0, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, who knows, man? And like, yeah, is everybody a little bit racist? Yes. Like, I'm out last night, right? I had to go to a funeral of a friend. I go into Berkeley in Norfolk, Virginia, all black neighborhood, pretty tough, pretty rough. I stop in there at the 7-Eleven. And yeah, I got my head on a fucking swivel because I see the young hoppers in there. I'm like, let me keep my fucking head on a swivel. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do? Keep my head on a fucking swivel. Doesn't make me evil, but I'm keeping my head on a swivel, right? Because I'm walking there and they're all looking at me like, yo, what's the white boy doing in here? But that's just, I'm never gonna not go anywhere because of my skin color. I'm gonna go wherever the fuck I want to go, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to keep your head on a swivel. Does that mean I'm an evil bastard and I'm a racist? Nah, because if I knew some of them brothers, I wouldn't have had my head on a swivel. But I don't. I know what goes on in that neighborhood, so I kept my fucking head on a swivel, right?
Absolutely.
The same way when Hotep Jesus goes to Ohio and he sees them crazy sons of bitches, he don't leave his hotel because he don't know what these crazy crackers in Ohio are going to do, right? Does that mean Hotep Jesus is racist? Nah, because he platforms a fucker like me every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? This shit, and it just, goddamn, man, people can't see it. Like Royce White said it right, man. We're in a lot of fucking trouble, dude. That video clip I sent you the other day, he said it right, man. You got half the Republican Party that are people like me and you, people like Goldstein, that just want a less government. Get off my back. Let us have some liberty. Get off my back. Stop taking so much of my fucking money, right? Then you got another half, they're all fucking neocon warhawks. And then you got that whole party of fucking maniacs on the other side. So if only a quarter of the country has any fucking common sense anymore. And the problem is, like I told you the other day, common sense don't win elections. Common sense does. So, man, we're in a world of hurt, brother. We're in a world. my wife just said that's why I want to leave the country. But I mean,
shout out to wifey.
I just I can't believe it, H. I just can't believe how, the mugshot come out. Everybody was happy. Black folks, white folks. I seen some Arabs on there fucking on Twitter the other day. Arabs for Trump. I mean, and then one day, some shit goes down in Florida, and the mainstream media acts like they know every fucking thing that's going on. The same entities that have been lying to us for 10 years, and all the little bit of unity broken within 24 hours. It's fucking pathetic, man. It's fucking pathetic, man. But,
yeah, that was very eye-opening to see. Very eye-opening to be a part of, because that happened in our history, that happened in our timeline. So I know I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
Yeah, it's like, man, you take a step forward, and then you take two steps back 24 hours later, man. Mm-hmm. It doesn't fucking matter, man.
But we called it, though. We said it was going to happen.
It's going to happen, dude. It's going to.
When I was on the phone with Goldstein Friday, we said, yo, look, the Western ain't coming, and sure enough, that shit came.
Dog, I bet you across this country yesterday, a black guy shot a black guy, a white guy shot a Chinese guy shot a black guy. But they look for the one, dude. This is America, man. People get shot every fucking day, dude. They look for the one that they can exploit, dude. They look for the one that can exploit. And then you got this here's this radical left kid, this fucking kid. Oh, man, we need to stop. And so this is the same fucking kid screaming, defund the fucking police. It's sitting on the news 2 days later talking about, we need to ban the AR. The only people you want with guns is the police. What a fucking, does he, dude, what do they think, dude? What do they think, man? What do they fucking think, dude?
Yeah.
How can you scream about the cops are so fucking evil, the cops are fucking racist, everybody needs to give up their guns but the cops and government? God damn, man, man, that's just, I'm dumb, dude. That dude's so dumb, dude. He's dumb, dude. He's dumb. He's fucking dumb, man. It's just, man, god damn, man. People cannot open their third eyes to save their lives, man, and it drives me up a fucking wall, dude.
It takes time, man. It takes time.
Hey, look, keep plugging away, man. Goldstein for Rookie of the Year, 100%. Hey, look, that sticks, man. Every now and then I mess with his stream. Dog, he's got all of them clankers. Every day he's like, hey, man, go over to the Grifties and vote for me. It's over with, man. The clankers are coming, dude. The clankers are coming. They put, what was he, like, in the 30s when you first said something about it? And then I watched one of his streams. He's like, I'm number 30. Let's get me to number 1. And here he is, dude. Sticks is number 1, man. Sticks is number 1.
2 years in a row.
Them clankers are coming, dude. But look, I love you, brother, man. I love everyone in the chat, man. Hotep and Bill, man. The vet's out, dude.
Hotep and Bill. Kay. There she go. Kay.
Call from Kay.
Kay, what up, girl?
What up? How are you doing?
Happy Sunday and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday to Nick
Rudy
and all that.
With his grifting.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Her shit got a delay. Call back in, Kay. Her shit got a delay. It's got a mean delay. Kay, call back in. What are we looking at? What else is trending? Y'all watching football today? Is football on today? You know what Jacksonville might mean? Maybe the Jaguars gonna win the Super Bowl this year. How did the Jaguars team look this year? Okay, call back in. Is that what's about to happen? And what other teams are in Jacksonville? Because they love to line these events up with football teams and shit. Because remember that they had Katrina and then the Saints won the Super Bowl. And then last year was, what's her name? Yo, Kay.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I said happy belated birthday to Nick.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, he is now 20. He was getting a lot of attention yesterday and today, thanks to the book that he read, Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. You can buy it. Go ahead and get it. It'll help you people.
Tell him.
Exactly. And just everything that's going on right now, I look at things a little bit more deeper because of my psychology background. I just look at, kind of when it comes to what happened in Jacksonville and all that stuff and the racism, we need to look at the larger kind of psychological aspect of it, and it's called in-group bias. But the thing is like a generational chain. So it's handed down from generation to generation to generation until it's taught so much that people start to consistently believe it. And there's no, their mind isn't saying, it's not questioning it anymore or anything like that. And it's like when I look at the media and everything, and I see everything that's going on in the news, I think of, okay, with this shooting, what were they trying to cover up that was going on? Was there something that was going to be signed or something that they were trying to cover up with this shooting? Because honestly, you can be a sleeper cell if you're not, if I guess my thing is if you're not paying attention. So basically, when it comes to media, you have neuro-linguistic programming that's going on consistently. And then when it comes to kind of the description of neuro-linguistic programming, is the language and acquired behavioral patterns that can be changed to achieve specific goals in life. So it depends on basically if you are being influenced or if you are being manipulated. And you need to differentiate those two right there. And if you are being influenced negatively, then you have to back up from that influence. But it's kind of hard because in our country, we are bombarded with everything. And when you have these videos in the media or in social media of one race constantly beating up another race, and you're taking it out of context and you're showing it like this is happening every day, yeah, you're going to have sleeper cells that are being programmed by everything that's going on in the media, saying, oh, well, this isn't right. There should be, something else to happen because of this. And it's just, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. I feel your pain. But if you try to overstand it, or if you can overstand it, then it alleviates some of the emotion. But
right.
Sometimes it's just so stupid it's hard to understand.
Exactly. And that's why simple minds are so easily influenced and manipulated.
Yeah.
And if you're not looking at things, and not constantly, because that'll make you paranoid, but when it comes to certain things that you feel in like your gut or your spirit that aren't right, sometimes you need to break them down and figure out, okay, what is the meaning behind this? Why is this happening? What's the reasoning to it? And then it's just small things like that.
What do you think the reason is?
Because if you're able to divide a country, you're able to conquer the country more easier. When it comes to influencing negatively and manipulating people, I mean, that means more money for the elites. I mean, look how people are getting scared of, like, what happened with, you know, I'm not trying to say it, but the 19 base.
Yeah.
Everybody got scared when they were locked down. Everybody was listening to the media talking about get your storable foods, get this, get that. People were in fear. And the thing is, when you're in fear, it's easier to manipulate a person when they are fearing, acting out of their fight or flight, because that's what manipulation plays on. It tends to play on others' fear, greed, or guilt. And those being manipulated feel pressured, trapped, or angry. And so those emotions will come out like 10 times stronger. So you had people that were locked down, and I saw this on the other side because with my job, I had to deal with this, the mental health issues. There was more abuse. There was more neglect of people. There were so many more issues, and people, you know, got caught up with the media's grifting when it came to that, and shutting down everything and locking down everything. And then they're trying to do it again, making you forget what they put you through and what they did. And they're trying to sneak up with it again. Just saying people had heart conditions, people died suddenly and all this stuff, but not telling, you know, okay, what is the cause of this? What was the person's, and I know that this is, you know, a HIPAA violation, but were there any contraindications in that person's medical background? What happened to them? What medications have they been taking? Did they have any other pre-existing conditions? Or was it a certain something that they had to take that messed up their DNA, their structure, their immune system, and everything, and made it all collapse? So therefore, if you leave all of that out, you have people questioning things, and then you have those people that are so focused on the fear aspect that they will cave to whatever somebody in a white suit says on TV or on social media, or what another person in a white suit has been told to say. But in their heart, they know differently. And some of the people are getting paid, and they just don't give a fuck about people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. Go off, Kay. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short because it is a Sunday, but I could go on about this forever. I want to make sure that the next person gets in. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it, even though Rudy said it. But make sure there is a QR code on the screen. Your discount will be applied for you at checkout. Make sure that if you want this kitten to purr, get your big brain energy, okay? Hotep and build.
Oh, my Lord. She said if you want to get this kitten to purr. Oh, my Lord. Get your master focus. You heard what she said, man. QR code on the screen. All right. Who's next? So many fucking screens and shit. All right. Joe and Angel. Joe, Angel, and Dre, call in. We got some time left. We got about 30 minutes left for phone calls.
Call from Angel Hoffman.
Angel.
Hey, what's up, Aisha?
What up, yo?
You hear me?
Barely.
Okay, let me...
Sound like you hiding underneath the pillow.
Nah, I'm in my car.
Oh, you in your car?
Let me go past it.
Unplug me from whatever you got me plugged into. Huh?
I'm sorry. Now that I have the speaker on, can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. I know this is a topic from what you were talking about today, but I have a friend who works at the airport. in Minneapolis. He works at Duty Free. He's worked there for a long time, but I asked him about the TSA stuff that was coming down, you know, like what Alex Jones was talking about masks coming back
Yeah.
and lockdown. And he said when he went to work on Friday that all at TSA except for 2 were all wearing masks, but they're not being required to. I can read this message that he said, what the reasons they said. He said the senior staff and those close to retirement have never stopped wearing masks. And these TSA agents knew a TSA who died and their death benefits were slow to get to the family. And now the new hires are also wearing their masks because their benefits haven't kicked in. And so they're like afraid that they won't get their benefits if they don't, even though it's not technically required.
It sounds like the experiment where everybody's in the elevator and they turn to the back of the elevator to see if the person in the elevator turns to the back of the elevator. Some sort of peer pressure conformity experiment.
I think that mixed with the rat experiment.
You said what?
That mixed with like the rat experiment.
Which one?
Where they put the rat into a bucket and then they had it swim and they'd let it drown, but then they decided to just pick it up right before it drowned to death and warm it up and take care of it for a moment, and then they put it back into the water and it swims for like 60 hours.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one. Damn.
So they gave us just a little bit of hope, you know?
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with the mask. I'm trying to ignore the shit, but I appreciate that info. If you got any more info direct from TSA, please give it to us. But that paints a really good picture as to what's happening at this employee's workplace. You know, like you said, he walks in and it's not mandatory, but everybody's got one on. So, you know, why was that? You know, maybe half of those people had them on and they got to work and saw the other half masked up and the other half were like, here, put this mask on. Like, I don't know exactly what happened or how it transpired, but that's really spooky.
And it's so crazy because I guess I'm probably in a bubble, but it seems pretty obvious to me that they don't work based on everything that we've seen and all the studies that have come out. I just don't understand. It makes me sad. Like, it really, I saw somebody with an oxygen mask on, and then they would take the oxygen off and put their, like, paper mask back on. It's just, it's art. There isn't, like, it's crazy.
Nah, that's dope.
That's really, dope. I need to pass that information.
Nah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that, Angel.
Mm-hmm. Nice talking to you.
Absolutely. Enjoy your day, Hotep and Bill.
What's happening, Bill? Bye.
Angel sounds like a sweetheart. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Angel. Opinionated Junkie says here, I meant Bear Creek Arsenal. Also, Dems can't promote fear of racism, but also promote disarming the public, making them vulnerable to racist attacks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just pulled that website up. We're looking at their arsenal here. They got some AR-15 platform stuff here. Fully assembled rifles, 417. I've never purchased from this website, but 417 is quite a steal. This isn't mil spec though, is it? Well, actually no. It says this one's mil spec. The lower is mil spec. Is the upper mil spec? Does that even matter? But that's a 300 blackout. That's the 300 blackout. I was looking for the interchangeable 5.56. Here we go. So the 5.56. Oh, you got the NATO right here. Damn, 396. That's a steal. That's a steal. You have to ask Canon to Ask Canon to verify. But this is a 5.56 NATO AR-15 platform. You got the mil spec. You got the mil spec lower. Yeah, it's a complete. Yeah, this is a complete. This is a complete NATO rifle. This is a complete NATO rifle. This looks like a steel. But I would confer with Canon or another expert, because I'm not an expert in guns and shit. I know just a little bit. This looks like an amazing rifle for the price. Fully assembled, $396. I paid more than that and I put it together. I assembled my own rifle and I paid more than that. Damn. Matt said it's trash specs. Is it trash specs? The specs are trash? Luke says mil spec dimensions only, not quality. Luke said you get what you pay for. Luke said don't waste your money on BCA. All right, there you go. Luke says otherwise. Yeah, that is because that price right there. Luke said it's a piece of shit rifle. That because that price right there, $396 for a fully assembled rifle. He's probably right, because that's really, really inexpensive for a rifle. Really, really, especially the AR platform. Yeah, that's probably like a cheap AR. Jack Reeves says it's junk. Zephyr said I'll take my carbine over that. Oh. There you have it. There you have it. I got mine from Palmetto State Armory. I got my lower from there, and I think I got my upper from there too. And I paid more for mine too, because I had to buy all the parts to put it together. Like the vice grip and all that. Candace said he held it between his legs. He's a maniac. All right, where's the phone? I can't find the phone.
Call from.
Sorry.
Tari, what up, yo?
What up? What up?
What's good, yo?
I don't know shit about guns, so I ain't really got nothing to say on that topic.
Okay.
But, I would love to say to everybody, don't pay attention to the ops. But in line with what Goldstein was saying, your only real focus really is, as far as this campaign is concerned, should be on DeSantis and Trump. At least on the right wing side. Then you got, RFK. Still pay attention to RFK too.
Y'all just
he
playing
deserves
Tim,
all the eyes.
Y'all just playing Tim Scott out.
Look, man. He might get the VP, but Goldstein was right on point when he said Carrie Lake, because she out there. She pumping for Trump, but she's still laying low too. And I think it's a reason for that. Like, everything she doing is political. So she either gonna get her. She said she looking at like a Senate seat for Arizona. If she can't, go for the governorship, she gonna still try to do Arizona. But other than that, she positioning herself as a statesman. She positioning herself to take some kind of position like that. So he right on the money with that one. But I've been saying for a minute, they trying to use DeSantis to get Trump the fuck out of here.
Use DeSantis to get him out of here?
That's when they get him the fuck out of here. He's who they're gonna try to use to be like, look, it's this clean cut politician, groomed from Harvard, Yale, went to the military, naval officer. Oh, he was in charge of the SEALs, and then he went to Congress, and he took over Florida. And he did exactly what you wanted in Florida, and look, now he's running for president. Like, he's the perfect candidate for them. It just so happens that he has no goddamn charisma.
Goldstein said the exact opposite. He said DeSantis is to help Trump win.
No, I think they trying to use him to get him the fuck out of here. And if he helps them win, it's because he can't stop him.
That's basically it, right? It's not. I don't think they're intentionally trying to use him to help Trump win. I think the idea is this is the guy that if push come to shove, they take him off the ballots. We want everybody to be able to get behind this guy. If for nothing else, for the policies. Because half of the people even throwing their endorsements behind DeSantis is mad about the jab. That bunch of bots, they essentially you got a whole faction of Republicans blaming Trump for the jab itself. Like he created the shit.
Yeah.
I kid you not. Some motherfucker was telling me he basically created the jab. I'm like, Trump don't know shit about any of that. He didn't create shit.
Yeah.
You basically letting the pharmaceutical companies off the hook when you say shit like that. Like you letting them all off the hook when you start saying, "Oh, this is Trump's fault." So I'm like, you got these people that just own DeSantis because he done everything they want, and he's a cleaner politician. All the people who didn't want to vote for Trump to begin with, they look at him now. Oh, look at they're trying to take him off the ballot and everything. Look, well, there's this clean cut Republican guy over here. Look at him. And they're gonna do exactly what Goldstein said. But I'm not necessarily sure if it's to help Trump. It's just that he's so goddamn fake, phony. Do you see that goddamn smile?
Yeah. I saw that fake smile at the end of his little closing speech. Yeah.
Yeah. Goldstein said he ain't been like this the whole time. I beg to differ. I always hated the motherfucker's voice. It just seemed like everything it was exactly what it was supposed to be. It was like as soon as he went to Florida, he was who they wanted to be the hero. Because he was in Congress when Trump was as president. When I did my research on DeSantis. He was in Congress when Trump was president. When he first got in, I'm pretty sure is when they had the majority too. And he was in there then. Then he became governor, and he couldn't become governor without Trump's endorsement. And that's what Trump was saying earlier. He's like, "Oh, so you decided to run against me," which is like, I don't think that I don't know if that tactic would make sense for them to run DeSantis, like basically, run him under the bus. Just to boost Trump. They could have done that with anybody. But they did it with their hero. Nah, this is the hero that they want to be in place of Trump. They just played their cards wrong. And they didn't expect all this shit. I don't think they expected all of this shit to happen. I think they expected some of it to happen. I don't think they expected shit like the mugshot to pop up. All of the support behind, the real shit that people can relate to, right? They knew he was gonna get persecuted. They knew it was gonna be, the cases was already coming. And DeSantis he wasn't even announcing the campaign for the long. Like everybody knew the motherfucker was gonna run. He wasn't even announcing the campaign, but it was pissing people off because they were like, announce your fucking campaign already. We already know you're gonna run. You're already positioning yourself to run, right? So it just none of it made sense from the beginning. I think it's just been poor planning all around this guy, but that's what the establishment is known for.
Yeah, Joe, I need Joe to call in. I need Joe to call in.
I'm gonna let Joe come in.
Hey, thanks, Tari. Thank you for your analysis, bro.
But Hotep and Bill, man.
Hotep and Bill. Hey, Joe, call in, man. Let's get these phone calls out the way. Let y'all call in, get y'all shit off. So the chat's arguing. Kevin said he bought shit from BCA before. Kevin said he won't order a lower from anyone except for Anderson. Opinionated Junkie said, I got my lower from a gun store. It's PSA. I got it for $150. Yeah, that's what I paid for my lower. I paid $150 for my lower. I'm going to get my upper from BCA. So Opinionated Junkie said he's going to find out. Luke says PSA is much better and still affordable. They dimple their barrels. Whatever that means.
Call from
Jonah.
Jonah, what up, man?
Nada. It sounded like you were asking me to call in. I was in the other room, though.
Oh, boy. What's up? Talk to me, man.
Were you saying Jonah or Joe? I couldn't
Joe.
hear. Oh, my bad. Well, first off, like I posted last night, man. Well, like, how's this guy getting? First off, how's the shooter? Like, the shooter was bang on, right? He lives with his parents. You know. So then they allegedly got the first phone call from his parents at 1:58 or 1:53 or something like that. Did they use any forensics on these documents, or did the like sheriff just start reading them? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they obviously intended to say it was a lone shooter right off the bat, you know.
Yeah.
And he went to an HBCU first. Did you see that?
He went to an HBCU first?
Yeah. Edward Morris or something like that, right next door. Yeah, that's give me a second here. I'll pull it up. Yeah, he went to an HBCU right next door, and then if you go to their website, the president has them like whatever. So the Edward Waters University.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess the story that they're telling is that a bunch of students saw him putting on his vest and then ran him off campus. So that makes no sense too, right? So if you're gonna be blasted, you know, you get ran off campus. What was the other story today? There's one other one that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot because I was doing other shit.
Diesel said Anderson is in the same league as Palmetto State and BCA.
Oh, I told the kid, and then when he was looking at that, I'm like, man, this is a fed up like Sabu and anonymous.
What?
You know, they didn't. Man, these manufacturers are dirt cheap. To me, it feels like
who do you get the official shit from then?
I'm saying it sounds like all the shit that's dirt cheap. It sounds like a fed off, you know, like a Sabu
yeah. If you see it dirt cheap, it sounds like a fed up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so
$339 for an AR. I mean, it's a weapon. It's a rifle, right? It might not be the highest quality, but
right. So then they become the seller.
Yeah.
And then they have all of your fucking orders.
I thought it's just a mold, right? Like once you get the mold, and then you basically it's on you to come up with the materials, and that's how you put your stamp on it. But it's just a mold. The AR model is just a mold.
Yeah, you know what they did with Sabu though, right? With Anonymous.
With Anonymous?
Yeah, and Sabu, anonymous hackers. So Sabu is some other shit. So he set up a VPN for all the anonymous to use, and that's how they caught them all in 2011.
Oh, Jesus Christ! They hacked it. Yeah. They tracked the VPN.
No, they set it up, but I guess they put it up in the terms and conditions that it was. I guess they put it in terms and conditions that it was a fed, so it would make its report. But who reads the conditions, right? So yeah, no, they had Sabu on some other shit, and then they got him to set up a VPN, and he told everyone with Anonymous that it was his VPN, and let them all sign up for whatever the fee was, and then they were all doing hacking right through the Fed VPN server. So that's why I say, like, the Palmetto States and all these things that are dirt fucking cheap. That sounds like them getting around that they can't register.
Yeah. All right, appreciate you, bro.
Hotep build.
Hotep build. Jonah on the check-in. Joe. Is Joe there? Joe or Kevin? Joe or Kevin, call in, man. Y'all the last two, and I think there's a Dre down there. Is that a Dre? Dre, you could call in too, y'all. Lord have mercy. Let's go back. This is funny. Babylon B is insane. What does it say? Robbers announced they will have to leave San Francisco because they've robbed everything. Oh, Lord have mercy. Somebody got to stop them. Oh. House of Black. What is that? Newcastle. We got some footy. Yo.
Hey, what's up?
What up, y'all? Who this?
This is Kevin.
Kev, what up, Kev?
Yeah. Man, PSA has a complaint list a mile long at the Better Business Bureau if you want to look it up.
You said who, what?
PSA, Palmetto State Armory.
Yeah.
They have a complaint list a mile long at the Better Business Bureau. Ever since COVID came out, their products went to...
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's where I got my lower from. I think my lower and my upper.
Yeah,
Let me think. No, wait. Let me think. The upper definitely came from Palmetto. The lower, I'm pretty sure the lower came from Palmetto too. Yeah.
I always order my lowers. I get them from Anderson's. That's the only one I'll buy.
Okay.
I mean, whether they come from Palmetto or whatever, they usually have to go through my local gun store and they have a markup. So one way or another, I get them through them.
Let me see.
But I know my local gun store has a lawsuit because they had a upper explode on them. One of the customers.
One of the uppers exploded on him?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
He'll never shoot a gun again. He can't. He's only got like 2 fingers left.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking at my email now, and I got a lower. It's Arrow, but it's an Arrow Precision. It's an Arrow Precision.
Yeah,
M16.
Arrow Precision's good. You know, you can order those straight from Arrow Precision too, and they're just.
All right, so that's my.
You get what you pay for it.
Yeah, that's my lower, and then let me see what my upper was. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I'm sorry. I ordered from a company called Primary Arms.
Never.
That was my
I've seen them
upper.
advertised. I never ordered from them.
Okay.
I always try to go with Anderson or Arrow uppers, and sometimes I'll get the barrel from Bear Creek, but I usually go with the heavy barrel. I don't trust the thin ones.
Okay.
But I want my upper and my lower to be at least be Anderson quality. Anderson or Arrow Precision 1.
Okay. So that's my low. I'm trying to find my upper now. I don't remember. I think my upper came from Palmetto. Because I'm pretty sure I got that box upstairs.
Yeah, you can order Arrow through Palmetto, and
here we go. Here we go. I found it. All right, I'm about to bring it up on the screen now and show you what I got. Yep, I got a PSA. I got a PSA upper.
I'm watching you on my phone. I don't own a television or any computer or anything.
Here we go, right here. This is the upper I got right here. Matter of fact, this is the whole kit. This is the stock and the upper.
Yeah, those make it real simple to put together. I like that set, or the kits like that. I've ordered those before.
You ordered these ones?
Yeah, the kits from Palmetto for the upper.
So am I good with this one?
I don't know. I can't see it, but I'm guessing it's all right. It depends on when you got it. Actually, it's like anything pre-COVID's was pretty decent.
I got this after COVID.
Started ordering stuff in China.
I got this shit after COVID.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't, like I said, I can't see what you have on your screen because it pauses my video when I call.
Oh, okay. You'll see it afterwards. You can take a look at it. It's on the screen afterwards. You can take a look at it and tell me what you think. And chat, you can tell me what you think. I know the chat sees it on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
So if it just says PSA on it, then it's kind of probably okay. I would run a few thousand rounds through it and see if there's any type of deformities or any extra heat gain or anything anywhere on it.
Okay. You said TSA?
I personally never had an issue with it. I just know that I went to my local gun shop used to sell Palmetto State Armory, and I went and noticed they weren't selling them anymore, and I asked them about it, and they said they have a lawsuit against them right now because one of their uppers exploded, and the customer sued them, and they joined in the lawsuit to sue Palmetto.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I got my lowers from Arrow. Well, it was from Primary Arms, but the brand on it is Arrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I need a chat to tell me. Kev, tell me. Kev, when you log off, just take a look at the specs you see on the screen right there. But that's the one I got.
I'll put it in chat.
All right, let me know.
All right.
Just text me.
Hotep and Bill, man.
Hotep and Bill. Appreciate you, Kev. Did we talk to Joe? We didn't talk to Joe yet. What's the name said I'm good. Diesel said I'm good. It's nothing super fancy, but it gets the job done. All right. Yeah, this is definitely nothing super fancy. As you can see, this is like a basic kit. I just want to make sure my arm ain't gonna blow off. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say he ain't got no fingers left. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm worried about, motherfucker. That nigga got me scared now. I want to get a new upper. I want to switch uppers on this motherfucker now. Somebody show me a new upper. I need a new upper. I'm about to trade my upper in. Where should I order my upper from? I'm not even going to fire that upper. That's about to be a backup upper. I need a new upper. Somebody tell me, where should I buy my upper for my AR, man? My AR-15 platform. I need my shit fully assembled. Fully assembled upper. Where y'all ordering from, man? Because this the shit I had. This is my upper right here. Got the M-Lock, M-O-E. You know what I mean? I thought I was doing it. Look. You know what I mean? 16-inch barrel. 5.56 NATO. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stole my flash hider. I took it to the place to gain my rifle back because they had to make it street legal. Came back with no flash hider. That niggas just shrugged on me. I said, all right, y'all got that. I remember next time, take that shit off myself. Yeah, the bolt carrier group was in there. Full auto. My shit could go full auto. My shit got full auto capabilities. You better believe it. Oh, shit. Look at that. It's 5 o'clock already. I'm off work. Phone lines are closed. Whew. I just pulled the 7-day grift, y'all. I came back from Hotep Con and pulled the 7-day grift. Amazing. Don't forget, as you see on your screen right there with the QR code, damn near half off our brain booster. Make sure you get in tune. Excuse me, hold on. Ooh, hey, gas bubble coming up. So we don't only focus on the brain, we also focus on gut health. You're not going to take this and take massive shits. It's not that type of detoxer. But it's going to work on your gut health. We do attack the enteric nervous system, aka the second brain. Operates autonomously from the regular brain, from the normal brain, one in your head. But I'm going to build your memory, boost your energy, enhance your mood. You never really want to get shit done if you ain't even in a good mood. So you kind of got to be in a good mood to even like tackle life. So this is a 360-degree approach to brain health, and of course rebuilding the brain, getting those synapsing, you know, getting those dendrites and those neurons growing, making the brain function better and faster. Very simple herbal formula, no extracts, you know. And good news coming for this brand soon, too. Can't wait to tell you all about that. Tomorrow's Monday. It's going to be a Grifty Monday. Uncle Hotep is live tonight, probably around 8:30 on Uncle Hotep's channel, so we'll be tuned in watching that there. I'm about to go spend some time with the fam. I suggest you do the same thing, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the Grift Report. Did I miss any super chats? I feel like I'm missing a super chat. I knew it. Jimmy Das, Hotep Ammo Fund. If you want top of the line, Get knight's armament from Brownells. Okay. I'll write that down right now. Hold on. I use Brownells to put my my rifle together, so I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Thank you, Jimmy Doss. And I think there's another one in here. Retro Neon said, Democrats and rhinos don't want unity. Time to create a new party. We need a MAGA party. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Hold on. They go in and out of stock all the time. Okay, bet. I'm gonna take a look at that as soon as we get off of here. All right. So now I got everybody super chat. All right. Yeah, we good. All right. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. Hotep and Bill.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.